Alright, Jeep Squad, welcome to another video. This video is going to be installing some LEDs on my Jeep. So special thank you to AuxBeam. They sent me these little pod lights that I plan on installing on my Jeep today. I'm going to install them kind of right here and right there on the corners of the hood here, and I want to thank AuxBeam for having the patience with me because it took me a long time to figure out exactly what I was going to do. Essentially, the hang up was being able to find a little bracket to put that goes behind the hood here, but I did find one. And for these Jeeps, there is a company called the Steel Armadillo, which will be in the description box below. Hopefully that is enough information for you. Essentially, they just make these brackets for the WK and a bunch of other Jeeps as well. But it's very rare to find mods for this Jeep, so I was able to find these things. They're about 50 bucks, which is, I wouldn't say steep, but it's a sizable amount. All you have to do is really just mount this underneath the hood right here, and then the light goes right on it. So it's gonna be self-explanatory, but I'm gonna take you through the process. Will it fit like this?
Well, I'll presume.
Alright, well you can set it down.
Take it down. Okay.
Well, you'll be okay on the first one.
Well, I'll be telling you if I'm in trouble. No,
Okay.
I'll let you know. Because you realize that it's not
Well, it's not
aluminum,
holding on.
it's heavy.
It's steel.
Steel, yeah.
I'm just gonna put it in a little bit. It's going in. Alright, okay. Stress has been reduced.
Yeah, this is stretching out.
Yeah.
Open. And open all the way, as far as it goes.
It's really close to this windshield wiper, but I think it'll be okay. Okay guys, so I'm sorry that wasn't a great explanation earlier, but I did want to give a brief explanation now, is that these are pretty easy to install, but they are a little finicky. So what you have to do is you definitely need someone to help you. So the driver's side is the easier side to do. You can actually put in the first bolt at the top and put this thing in at an angle. Sort of have it hanging around to the left, you know, have it like hanging to the left, so you can take this bolt out, push it into place, and then tighten both. Not that bad. This side's a little more tricky because you have the hood strut, so you do not have to remove the hood strut, but you do have to remove both bolts in order to squeeze this thing in here, because there's not a lot of clearance for this to slide in, and then once you get one in, it's covering the other bolts. So you have to take both bolts out. You definitely need a partner, but it's really not that bad. You just have to finagle it in, and what's nice is that each of these have a little bit of space. It's not just a single hole, it's sort of like a hole with adjustments, so you can you guys can see that the little bracket is extremely close to the windshield wiper, but it's not, and it doesn't really matter to me because as long as it's not touching, we're good. And you know, you just open the hood and we're fine, not driving down the road like this. So that is the install of those Steel Armadillo pieces. They're actually really nice, really well built quality, and they fit pretty good. Okay guys, so change of scenery. We've got the light from AuxBeam, and this is what the end looks like. Just regular wires. I actually just trimmed off the casing a little bit. And then we have the harness, which this goes into the light, and I'm not sure why they gave us these type of connections, but what you have to do is cut these off, pulling off some of the casing. And then, I don't know if this is 14. That works. Oop. Put that over there. And then do the other one. See, anytime I think something's only going to take a couple minutes,
No, never.
it takes like an hour.
Never.
Alright, now put in the positive. All right. Think we got it.
It's ridiculous. Giving you professional pump.
Professionals do this too. I think I'm gonna mount this first so I can make sure we have the wiring.
Long enough.
Yeah. All right, fast forward and it's raining, but I did want to show you guys what the almost finished product looks like. This is kind of what it looks like from the outside. I did notice that there is this long bolt kind of sticking out kind of a lot, and it's okay. When you open up the hood, it doesn't hit anything, but if it were me, I would definitely replace this with a shorter one. Maybe that will be soon to come. And I'm sorry I did kind of give up on filming because I was getting so hot and frustrated and it started to rain, but I did tuck this wire up along here, and the kit that came with this, the harness, was actually too short. So what happened was how both of the wires split together right here. I actually had to cut them and re-put them together because they were meeting like right here. So then it wasn't long enough. So I had to cut it, run the rest of the passenger side, and come along here, if that makes sense. So they all kind of connected together to the main harness here, and it was too short. So I didn't extend the wire, but I just made sure that the passenger one was able to fish all the way down, because now they're meeting right here, where originally they were meeting like up here. So that kind of sucked. I had to like reconnect wires over there. But anyways, on these Jeeps, there is a ground down here. It's gonna be like nearly impossible to show you because it's starting to rain and it's getting really dark, and I'm sorry for that, guys. The main power goes to here, and then I fished it through one of the pass-throughs. Like see how there's like a grommet over here. You know, like that one is one. There's one here too as well. And then there's the button for the master light bar. And here is the button. As you can see, it has power as well for these. And if you just click it on, the lights are on. Look how sick they are. Look how sick. Okay, I have to get inside. I'm sorry, guys. This is a very abrupt change to the video. But we're gonna get inside and finish the wiring. And just like that, the whole project is done without showing you guys anything I just did. I apologize, the rain was really, really bad, but I'm gonna take you through everything I just did and give you a quick little rundown. So hopefully that will help you if you wanna install lights like these. Okay, so starting off with the hardware, these brackets are from Steel Armadillo. I will put a link in the description. These lights, AuxBeam pod lights, I will put a light in the description. Once again, thank you guys for sending them out to me and being patient. What I ended up doing was just putting them on each corner of the Jeep. Obviously, I had a couple of different options here, but I did have this, which is also an AuxBeam, sort of like a hidden light bar. I think it's a 23-inch. I'll put this in the description box below, as well as an install video of when I did that back in the day. I've actually had that for a while. Maybe at least a year. So these are wired very nicely. It's very clean. I like that you can actually adjust this and sort of set the way it's focusing and all that good stuff. So that's really nice. All right, there we go. I bumped up the ISO just because it wasn't really working. So I fed this wire all the way to here, and then what I ended up doing, don't worry, that's just a little cover. What I ended up having to do is cut the factory not the factory harness, but I had to cut the harness that came with this kit, because what was happening was, see how this wire from the passenger goes and connects to the main power here, and then here is the driver's wire that connects into the one, so it's 2 to 1. This is where they both connect. It was actually connecting like right here in the wire. So I needed more slack to get it to actually be hidden. Anyways, here is the little relay that comes with the kit. For now, this is actually a temporary setup. It should be okay for now. It's not as clean as I would want, but right now, you know, it's tucked away and it's not in any way. This is actually the relay for the light bar. And then this positive actually comes across this middle area, which I really hate, and it goes to the battery right here. So what I'm going to do in another video, because I will show you guys why this is a temporary setup in just a second here. So then all you have to do is feed the cable through, you know, one of the pass-throughs. So pick your favorite. You know, there's one there, there's like 2 or 3 back here. I don't need to show you on video. You just have to kind of pick one and go with it. And then I just sort of hid all the wires away, and then this will be tucked. I did some nice heat shrink. I actually did this, so hopefully it looks somewhat legit. And then as you can see, the lights actually do not touch the windshield. They're very close. They're very close. But it does not touch it, so that's good. Okay, so getting in the Jeep, you're gonna go, Brandon, this is literally the most Ricer thing you could possibly do. This is not high school anymore. This is the big boy leagues. Why are you putting stupid, ugly buttons on your car? Well, the answer to that, this is actually not even fully sticking. But anyways, I'm gonna turn this off now. This is what your setup could be if you did it this way. I just passed it through one of those things in the pedal, and then we are good to go. So, with that said, let me show you something, which is going to be a part 2 series. You know what that is? Alright, so hopefully you guys can see that I have much bigger plans for this Jeep than putting those ugly switches in the console. Obviously, we have the pod lights, and then we also have the bumper lights for the switches. And also, I have plans to get a roof light bar, because why not? And then I also got 2 additional switches, just in case. Let me clue you in on the next thing I have planned for a separate video. You know what this means. So this also is from Steel Armadillo. The plan is to put these guys in here. As you would guess, there's 5 slots. So that's why I got, this one is aux. I don't have any plans for that yet. And I got a Zombie Lights one just because I think I'm pretty sweet. And the plan to put this, they actually have a full little kit that I will be installing. It has to be a separate video, guys, because otherwise this video will be way too long. Is to put this right here like so, and it's gonna be like super OEM. And I literally never use this. I actually thought I would, but I never use this. So this has a whole like really nice metal, and they fit perfectly. What's also gonna be nice is that these are just rocker switches. So how I'm gonna wire them is to have this little word that says aux or pod lights or whatever. It's gonna be lit when the key is in only. And then once you flip the switch on, this top part will light up with the lights. And then you cannot turn the lights on without the key being in the vehicle, where right now you can. And I would probably catch that, but just in case, you never know. So that is the plan, along with separate video, but this is the roof brackets. They say steel Armadillo on them. Actually, it just says steel, and then it's in the shape of an armadillo. So I think they just kind of go on the roof and then it goes forward. So that is the plan for that.